Have you ever had one of those days where everything just goes completely sideways? Well, let me tell you about a day I'll never forget. It started out perfectly. The sun was shining, not a cloud in the sky. I decided it was the perfect morning for a ride on my beloved motorcycle. I grabbed my helmet, hopped on, and felt that familiar thrill as the engine roared to life. My plan was simple: a quick trip to the local farm for some fresh, organic eggs. What could possibly go wrong? Cruising down the winding country road, I felt on top of the world. The wind was in my face, the scenery was beautiful, and I was looking forward to a delicious breakfast. I pulled into the farm, bought a dozen of the most beautiful brown eggs, and carefully secured the carton in my bike's small storage compartment. I thought I had it perfectly cushioned. Spoiler alert, I did not. The ride back home was where the universe decided to play a cosmic joke on me. I was about halfway home humming a tune when it happened. Out of absolutely nowhere, a whole family of cats darted into the road. A mama cat and at least 4 or 5 tiny kittens tumbling over each other in a furry, chaotic mess. My heart leaped into my throat. There was no way I was going to hit them. I slammed on my brakes, swerving hard to the right. The bike skidded, tires screaming on the pavement, and for a split second, time slowed down. I managed to avoid the cats, thank goodness, but the laws of physics are not so easily defied. The bike went down. I tumbled off, rolling onto the grassy shoulder of the road. I was mostly okay, just a few scrapes and a bruised ego. My first thought, believe it or not, was not about the bike or myself. It was about the cats. I scrambled to my feet, my heart pounding, and saw them huddled together on the other side of the road, completely unharmed, looking at me with wide, terrified eyes. The relief was immense. I had saved the kittens. I felt like a hero. Then I turned my attention to my bike, and that's when the second wave of disaster hit me. My beautiful motorcycle was lying on its side, looking sad and scraped up. But that wasn't the worst part. Oh no, the storage compartment had popped open in the crash, and the eggs, my dozen fresh, organic, beautiful eggs, had decided to join the party. They had launched out of the carton and redecorated my entire bike. My shiny black motorcycle was now a modern art masterpiece of shattered shells and slimy yellow yolk dripping everywhere. It was in the engine fins, all over the seat, even on the handlebars. I just stood there, staring at the scene. My wrecked bike covered in scrambled eggs before they were even cooked. And a family of cats who were probably wondering what on earth had just happened. I should have been furious, or at least upset, but I just started laughing, a full, deep belly laugh. It was so absurd, so ridiculously chaotic. The cat, the eggs, the crash. It was a perfect storm of bad luck and bizarre comedy. I saved a bunch of kittens, but at the cost of my breakfast and my bike's dignity. After a moment, a farmer from a nearby field who had seen the whole thing came running over to check on me. He helped me lift the bike, and together we just stared at the eggy mess. He shook his head and chuckled. Well, son, looks like you've had a bit of a scramble. I couldn't even be mad. As I began the long, sticky process of cleaning up, I realized some days are just like that. They're messy, unpredictable, and sometimes you end up covered in egg. But if you can find the humor in it and know you did the right thing, maybe it's not such a bad day after all. It was a funny, emotional, and very, very sticky ride. Thanks for listening to my story.